Hi everyone, and welcome to the HANSEN Vs Predator series on FilmDirt. Mixed emotions doing this. The last couple I've done have made me both laugh and get quite angry. We have to remember it is a serious situation, but as I said before, we can find light in what is really a TV drama. But on the other side, it's an arrest. We can just laugh at how stupid they are. I don't think there's any crime in that. I know some people are a little bit wary of, it is serious, and look at what they clearly tried to do with all the evidence. But they get arrested at the end, or they get exposed on TV. So you can look at it as like a deterrent, which is how I assume Chris Hansen looks at it. He looks at it as being a deterrent for future predators, paedophiles, whatever you want to call people that do this. But he's also making compelling TV to earn a living. I've seen just two, Jeff Sokol and Joshua Cologne. I can see that there's a running theme here. They're incredibly stupid. A lot of them bring it upon themselves. And it's society that has to teach them that you can't have sexual interaction with children. It goes without saying. And when you've got Jeff Sokol putting Detective Kelly into early retirement, I mean, that's quite an achievement, isn't it? Just gave up in the end. I would have happily have watched another 3 hours of that. So anyway, see, we're always laughing at the end of this. If you're new to this channel, what I usually do is I'll watch these for the first time. I haven't seen them before. I barely saw TCAP back in the day. I have not seen HANSEN Vs Predator series before, only in part maybe, very brief highlights. And the reason I want to watch them for the first time on here is I think you get a different reaction watching it for the first time. And I know you've all watched this before. It's me that's late to the party. And I just thought that would just make a better video series. So let's watch our next contestant, John Dupee. All I know about this guy is that he's a drug addict, it appears, and shouldn't be anywhere near this bait house. Okay, just to declare, I offer no legal advice on this channel, and you shouldn't get any legal advice off any YouTube channel. Let's face it. Okay, let's start the show. 40-year-old John Dupee shows up at our sting house, looking to meet 13-year-old Bailey.
Hello?
Lots of excuses.
Hey, boo. Where are you?
Hey,
I'm
boo.
outside. My sister just got back in the car.
Oh, okay. Just go through the back door so nobody sees you.
So his sister's
All right, I'm at the back door.
taken him there.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
That's nice of her.
Hey. What'd you bring?
Get off your phone, have some manners.
What did you bring?
Pricing.
What do you got?
Get off your phone, boy.
Show me.
What's going on here?
Nice.
Chips? How romantic.
What kind is it?
What is that? It's a squash.
Thank you.
Chocolate candy.
It's so nice to finally see you. This is crazy.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm really nervous.
Why?
I've never done this.
He's older than
Have
40.
you?
No.
So what do you want to do?
A hug?
I don't know.
Oh, wow. That was quick.
Hey, boo. See if I run that stool right there from.
Hey, boo.
No, right there, please. Have a
Still
seat.
on the phone.
Right there. Set the phone down, please. What is your plan here tonight?
Just hang out, watch football?
Hang out and watch football with whom?
With her.
The child.
Who's her?
With Bailey.
Bailey. And how did you meet Bailey exactly?
Through Whisper.
Whisper.
Hmm?
And do you know how old Bailey is?
She's 14.
14. She told me she's 13. Not that that matters. How old are you?
30.
30. And why would you at 30 think it
Both
would
of
be
them are
okay to hang out with a 13-year-old girl home alone?
I mean, we just hit it off, friends.
You hit it off with a 13-year-old girl.
We were just talking.
Just talking. Well, now you're here. This is more than talk.
I know, we just came to hang out. You know, I brought...
What, get a hug?
And watch football.
Watch football.
Yep.
Who's playing tonight?
Steelers and the Ravens.
That was
I had no
fast.
intentions with nothing.
I don't know who those teams
no.
are, but they're fast.
Well, John, what do you do for a living?
I was working at UPS.
UPS.
Hey,
And
boo.
did you walk here today, or
No, my sister dropped me off.
you don't have a driver's license?
Yeah, I do.
No car.
No.
So what do you do at UPS?
I was a package handler.
Package handler. You're not there anymore.
No.
What do you do now?
Nothing.
Besides go online and try to talk to young girls?
I don't try to talk to... I mean, I just try to find a girl to talk to and hang out, whatever.
And how many times have you done this with somebody who's 13, 14 years old?
Never.
Never talked to another girl who said she was 13?
Nope.
It's your first
Well, who's
time then?
Brittany?
Or is it?
That was the other girl you were talking to.
They've got
When was this?
many decoys,
Within the last few weeks?
and he's on all of them.
So you say to Bailey, on Whisper,
Hey, boo.
that you're 30, how old are you?
Sorry.
She says 13. You say, you're not 13 in that pic? Yes, I'll be 14 next month. That's pretty clear. You remember that, right? Mm-hmm. You do.
Oh,
And
it's
later you
dawning
tell
on
her, I
him.
would love to be the first guy to make you blank if you wanted me to, and I wanted to. Feel me inside you, baby. Has that line ever worked for you before?
No.
Then
He's
why do you do that
got
now?
bad teeth. He's got
There was
meth
Well, what am I to
teeth,
make of
isn't
this?
he?
There was no intentions made
Yeah.
by it.
That shows clear intent. I want you to feel me inside you. What did you mean by that exactly?
I think he's on the come down from drugs, isn't he?
And then
Clearly.
you talk about that you and a bunch of people snuck
of
into
sweat.
a mansion and partied for days. Where was that mansion?
That was a while ago.
How long ago?
Maybe 8, 9 years ago.
Oh, so it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
This does not look very good for you, John. The chat, the appearance,
It's dripping off him.
the Cheetos, the dark chocolate. Did you bring condoms with
No.
you? Not in your pockets?
Nope.
But you see how this looks.
Look at the state of this guy.
Absolutely. I mean,
You're 30 years old. The girl you were talking to told you very clearly she was 13.
I mean, I had no intentions just besides
John, why don't you just tell me what you were really up to?
just to hang out, get to know her, you know?
And to know her.
Yeah.
And if you were the parent of a 13-year-old girl, would you be comfortable with that?
This guy's a state.
I mean, it depends how, I mean, if I'm a good person, you know, like,
Yeah, but typically good people don't meet strangers.
He looks
online,
way
talk
older
about
than
sex,
40.
And then go over to visit, and within 3 minutes, ask for a hug.
I mean, all I did was just ask for, you know, a hello hug. That was it.
With a 13-year-old girl. Walked right in the house.
Well, she told me to come in.
Does that make it right?
You absolute
Knowing that she's
fool.
13.
Oh, I wouldn't have never just walked in, you know, without talking to her, you know, without getting her okay.
Now, you talked about spending the night. Here, tonight.
Well,
Yes or no?
it depended, you know, like, if she had to wake up in the morning, you know, like, if I was going to stay
Did she
here.
have to go to school?
She said she didn't have to go to school today. I mean, tomorrow.
So you could just spend the night and hang out with a 13-year-old girl. That's cool.
Well, I mean, I didn't plan on it.
You talked about it.
He's not making sense.
I mean, I was going to leave after the football game.
Unless you spent the night.
No, I didn't
Rubbish.
plan on spending the night.
Come
You
on,
talked
John.
about having cannolis, a little dinner.
Dupee.
Yeah.
John
Sounds like you were going to have a
Dupee.
special little night with your 13-year-old date.
You know, just come over, have some cannolis, you know, some snacks, watch the football game.
Who's ringing you up?
It's a load of
Oh,
pee.
my cousin.
Your cousin.
Yeah.
What does your cousin want? Does your cousin know that you're coming to visit a 13-year-old girl tonight?
No.
Your sister?
No. She knows that I was just coming to hang out with a girl.
So what would your sister think if she knew she was dropping you off at the home where a 13-year-old girl was alone. Think she'd be cool with that?
Fuming.
I mean, she probably would say,
Should be fuming.
just don't do it, don't do anything stupid,
Don't do anything stupid.
Right.
It seems like you've already done that.
All I was doing was just coming here to watch the game.
You tried to solicit a 13-year-old girl online.
This guy is
Using
glistening.
graphic sexual. What do you think should happen?
It's pouring.
Sir, I'm not like that and a bad guy. Trust me.
How does this look? How does that look? John, you tell me, how does it look? If you were me, what would you think?
That I honestly made a mistake.
That you made a mistake. Well, that's true.
I'd say.
And how would you define that mistake?
Not to talk to girls like online.
Or try to come over and have sex with them?
I wasn't trying to come over and have sex with her.
John, do you want me to read it again? I would love to be the first guy to make you blank if you wanted me to, and I want you to feel me inside you, baby. What do you mean by that? Sounds like sex to me.
I was just playing with her,
Just playing with her.
not playing with her, but, just seeing like where she was, like.
She was 13.
I mean, I'd never had sex with her. I mean, I didn't plan on coming here to have sex with her.
Tonight, because I walked in.
And I didn't plan on it.
You didn't plan on it? Come on, you talked about it.
Like, that wasn't my intentions. I talked to her all day today
Tell
about
the
just
truth,
coming over,
John.
watching the game, and just hanging out.
Salads.
Salad?
You talked about salads.
About like food and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, while we're watching the game.
This is a whole different kind of food here that you're talking about.
Crap. What a load of crap.
You're in a bit of a fix.
I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Well, there's something you need to know, and that is I'm Chris Hansen. And this is an investigation called Hansen Vs Predator.
Here they come.
Sir, if you want to leave, you should go out that door right there.
No.
Straight into the cops. Hello, boys. Any drugs? He just fell apart in there and he's absolutely pouring. What's the chances he peed himself as well?
Yep.
What is that shirt?
So, why do you think you're here?
Because I went to that house?
Okay, I'm going to stop it there because we're going to do the police interrogation in part 2. Again, very different than what I've seen with Sokol and Cologne. This guy, I think, is on the come down from something. He's sweating profusely. It could be the confrontation, of course, with Hansen, but he's clearly on drugs. I can see what everyone meant now. It's not even a rumour. It's very clear. He's got bad teeth, so he was covering his mouth. But why would a 13-year-old find that attractive? And he's lost his job at the mail room. And what it sounds like here is that he's thrown all his opportunities away just by being stupid. It sounds like he had a good job, which is in the post depot, which is a decent job. I mean, I wouldn't knock it. He's not there anymore. Presumably it was the drugs. That's what I can assume. Turning up late, erratic behaviour. So he was let go. That's his own fault. Seems to have a loving family. He was dropped off by his sister. He looks, although skinny, he looks well fed and clothed, but it sounds like he's thrown all those good opportunities away. Just stupid decisions. I mean, don't take drugs, kids. This is what happens. It's what I tell my kids. I had a couple of friends that got involved in drugs and, they're nowhere now. So again, we get a great performance from Bailey. And I'm assuming if he came here for Britney, that would result in the same house and the same Chris Hansen to come out. It's like my flowchart in my Joshua Cologne videos, isn't it? Whatever option you choose, it's always the same outcome. So I think he's thrown everything away. It's all his own fault, and he should have valued good opportunities he had in a good job. I can understand Bailey's reaction to almost being apprehended. I mean, she ducked out of that faster than you can snap your fingers. I mean, she wasn't having any of it, wasn't she? No, I'm out of here. And she persisted with Jeff Sokol because, again, Sokol is incredibly stupid, and we saw that clear as day. And this guy is just a lot more creepy. It doesn't look faulty. He's clearly on the come down. And, you know, I don't think we can blame her for just getting out of there in seconds. And we can only commend the fantastic job that actress is doing. She has to put up with all these idiots. And there's quite a few of them in this series. She's a trooper. And for a young actress or theatre student, whatever she is, you know, fair play. I hope she gets a decent acting gig or whatever she's chosen to do since. So let's come back in part 2, where I'll be looking at the full police interrogation. And I'll bet my life that is definitely going to be interesting with this guy. Don't think we'll get Detective Kelly again. That's a shame. I think he's a one and done, isn't he? Retired after the treatment Sokol gave him. Thanks go out again to Walls for posting the full uncut snatch by Chris Hansen. And before I sign out, I just wanted to point out that something was bothering me about this Sting house. It looks just like the house I used to live in with my parents up in Scotland before I moved. And it's the same layout. Let me just put up a still of it here. There it is. Now, who's this? This kitchen island here with the chairs. We didn't have a bathroom there, but I think that was the garage going through there in the same place. And there was another door right there on the right. And behind the camera here, there was a small lounge area. I had to check that this Sting wasn't where I used to live. It's literally a carbon copy. Although I remember our house didn't creak as much as this one did. Is there somebody there? Alright, thanks a lot guys for joining me again, and see you soon for part 2. Join me again then. All the best and take care.